going to continue learning about seeds and plants and how they grow. From your home, of course, you're going to need some seeds that you know that are viable, which means they would grow in normal conditions. You're going to need some water, and you can choose a liquid. For example, I have ginger ale. You can use orange juice, apple juice, Gatorade, whatever you might have. And then from your kit, you're going to need your test tube holder and test tubes. You're going to need some of this powder from your Sprout Growth Kit. This is polymer powder. We used it in the last experiment. Now I've already set up mine. And what we're doing is we are comparing growing conditions this time. I have altered what the soil is that we're using, and I've also altered the temperature and light conditions in this case. Okay, so to set up, what I did is I filled each test tube with about up to the number 2 mark with the polymer crystals. Then I added a seed, and then I added, for example, in the first one, I added water until it slowly expanded. I added a little more water at a time, up to about the 7 mark. And I did this with water for the first 2 and with the ginger ale for the second 2. So make sure that you keep them kind of separate and you note. And for the second test tube that I did with water, this one I capped and I put it in my refrigerator standing straight up and just put it away in the back where normally when the fridge was not open, there would not be a lot of light and where I knew it would be nice and cold. And I did that also with the second one that I have with ginger ale. Now my first 2, my first water and my first ginger ale, I left out in a sunny place in my window so that they had the normal growing conditions. Then I used my little chart to record what happened. So I noticed some different things happening, some different sprout patterns happening, and I made the recordings about the size. I used a ruler and I measured different things that I noticed. You can use, for example, a thermometer if you have one. It's not necessary. You know that your fridge is cold. And I made a record, and these observations helped me learn what conditions are best to help plants grow. And you can repeat the experiment using different liquids, for example, the white vinegar or whatever else you have on hand. You can also try different conditions. You can put one test tube in your closet to see how the temperature and light affect it. It's a warmer condition, but it's darker. But make sure that you use one. If you, for example, use 2 different liquids, you use the first 2 in the same condition. For example, the first 2 normally outside with light, and the second 2 in the same condition in your closet without light. They need to be the same. This helps give you a regular comparison so that you can know exactly what the factors are that change the growth. I'll see you next time.